Hey everyone, it's Coach Matt over here at Primal Athlete Training Center, www.primalatc.com. And what I'm doing for you today is continuing our discussion of some of the different exercises that appear in the new ebook that's going to be coming out in a few days, which is called the Ultimate Off-Season Training Program for Throwers. And if you go ahead and purchase this book, what you see, one of the first pages in the book talks about how you really don't need a lot of expensive or fancy equipment to do this full 13-week off-season training workout, this full 39-day workout. All you really need are the basics. You need a good squat rack and a bar. You need some weight plates to go on the bar, obviously. You need some dumbbells, a pull-up bar, and an adjustable flat to incline bench. Other than that, you don't need anything. You can use some, fancy equipment if you have, body weight training things like the TRX or the rings that we have here in the gym. You can certainly substitute those for some of the exercises, but if you have those basics, you're all set, you're ready to go. Now, incorporated with that is a lot of body weight training and a lot of movements that you might not have heard of before. So in today's video, we're going to cover one of those movements. We've already done the goblet squat, we've already done the renegade row, and now we're going to be talking about the overhead sit-up. Now this is sometimes called a spread eagle sit-up because the way that your legs, as you can tell, my legs are out to the side. And this is kind of tricky. This can be one of those exercises where if you've never done it before, it can be kind of tough to learn. So I'm going to show you some of the proper ways to do this and some things to watch out for. Now the way to do this is you want to grab a bar. A 45-pound weight bar should work for you. Just to demo this, what I like to do is use one of these curl bars, these easy curl bars, and throw a little bit of weight on the side. But basically what we're doing here is we're going to lie back and we're going to grab the bar as wide as we can. I like to have it a little bit wider than shoulder width, so not all the way like a snatch grip, just sort of a mid grip like you would hold if you were doing a bench press. I like to grab the bar and sit right back with it. Now when you lie back, you're going to have the bar over your face. And then we're going to explain to you exactly what happens after that. What you're going to do is you're going to slightly drop the bar so that it goes from being over your eyes to about over your chest. And as you drop the bar, you're going to sit up nice and straight, just like I am now, and you're going to have the bar back behind the head. So it's it works a lot of different things. Obviously, it's a sit-up, so it's going to work your stomach. It's going to work your hips as well. And it's also going to help stretch out the shoulders. If you have really inflexible, really immobile shoulders, it's going to allow you to finish with those shoulders all the way back behind the head. And for throwers, that's a huge benefit, especially if you're a javelin thrower, but also shot, discus, and hammer too. The flexible shoulders mean that the more flexible that they are, the more healthy they're going to be, the less prone to injury they're going to be, and overall you're just going to have a more pleasant season because you're not going to be getting sore and hurt and beat up all the time, and there's less chance of you getting really a catastrophic injury like a rotator cuff or a torn labrum or any of that other stuff that could happen to you. So we're going to show you that. So we're going to start with the bar overhead. So we're going to lie right back. The bar is overhead, it's right over my eyes. I'm going to drop the bar, so the bar is going to start to roll forward over my chest like I was doing a bench press. Then I'm going to sit up and finish with that bar over my head. Right overhead. You're going to come back down, so it's over your face. Come up and overhead. Down over your face, up, overhead. Down over your face, up, overhead. And that's how you do an overhead sit-up or a spread eagle sit-up. Now there are a few things to watch out for, and the number one thing is that a lot of people that have weak core, that have weak hips, you're going to see the feet start to come up off the ground. So I'm going to turn sideways and show you what that looks like. So let me turn sideways here. So you're going to start, bar over the face, and a lot of times what we see is the person will try to sit up and the feet will come up too. So they'll sit up, and the feet will come up, and they can't get it up all the way. And that's a common problem. So what you want to do is you want to drive those heels down into the ground. You want to flex those shins, pull those toes back to your knees, and drive those heels into the ground. So you're going to start to use a lot of hamstring, you're going to start to use a lot of shin and calf. You're going to really flex those ankles, push those heels into the ground as you sit up. All right, now just to show you from the side, we're going to show you the proper way of doing it again from the side angle, so hopefully you guys can get a better idea of how the bar finishes behind your head. So you're going to drop the bar just a little bit, sit up, bar behind the head. Sit up, bar behind the head. What you want to avoid is sitting up and the bar in front of your face. Sit up, bar behind the head. Try to get the bicep behind the ear. Really try to open up that shoulder. Guys, Coach Matt, Primal Athlete Training Center. I hope you take the time to check out the new ebook. It's going to be dropping here in a few days. Once it becomes live on the website, I'm going to send out an email, sort of a broadcast to everyone who's on the newsletter group. So if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, you definitely need to check out primalatc.com. Go right on the right side of the page, it says sign up for our newsletter. All you have to do is enter in your email address. I don't send out spam, I don't require your name or anything like that. Enter in your email address, let's get signed up for that newsletter, and as soon as the ebook goes live on the Primal ATC website, you'll be one of the first to know, and you can grab a copy for yourself. It's Coach Matt signing off. Thanks for checking out the video. Hope to hear from you soon.